Kindly take your seat. Please switch off your mobile. Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme tayo sritva pranamami muhurmuhu Namasri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Surya Satchit Sukasvarupaya Swamine Tapaharini. Most revered Swami Suhitanandaji Maharaj, other monks, nuns from Sarada Math, and the assembled devotees. You can say that we virtually forcefully brought Maharaj here, because Maharaj was to go from Vrindavan. But I said, Maharaj, you have come so near, so let our devotees have the opportunity of meeting you. So Maharaj accepted. But then, now there is something is happening, some viral, this and that. So Maharaj's throat is very, very badly affected. फिर भी महाराज बोलेंगे धीरे धीरे. Maharaj will hardly speak in English. Maharaj will talk about spiritual life. क्योंकि महाराज 63-64 साल पहले उन्होंने योगदान किया संघ में. Imagine. And he had lived with some of the extraordinary monks of the order. विशेष रूप से he was the sevak of Srimad Swami Premishanji Maharaj, a disciple of the Holy Mother, for many years, many years. So naturally he has a very wealth of experience living in the company of very great souls. और खुद भी इतनी साल की प्राणी साधु है. So it's a privilege to listen to Maharaj. So whatever time possible Maharaj will speak, because I don't know, unless his throat improves, he may not be able to speak for long. But you will find that whatever you listen, you will find extremely valuable for your spiritual life. Uske baad, of course, outside we can all offer pranams to Maharaj, and Maharaj will go to his room. Namaskar.
Revered monks, brahmacharis, the Matajis, and the devotees. You can well understand my predicament. That means my voice is not allowing me to talk me. But anyhow, last evening I was down, voice was not at all coming out. So in Vrindavan, I had to consult the doctor. The doctor gave some medicine and some throat cleaning, this, that, so many things. In this process I am going. But anyhow, since it is scheduled, so I have no alternative. At least I will have to give you my appearance before you. And you also have no alternative but to see me till I am here. So anyhow, as our Shantatman Swami Jai Shankar Maharaj has needled me to come here. Sincerely, I was not supposed to come here. From Vrindavan, I was supposed, because day after tomorrow, our trustee meetings, important trustee meetings will be held continuously for 4 days. So we have to be busy there. Along with it, other, being the vice president, I have got so many commitments to my devotees, especially those who have taken initiation from me or from others. They have their personal problems, and which they cannot generally communicate to others. Because it is extremely private, extremely confidential. So they want someone to whom they can communicate. So these are some our moral responsibilities, and as well as consider it as my spiritual responsibilities, as well as Thakur's blessings to serve the devotees in that way. Then, generally, the Ramakrishna Mission monastics, we do not give emphasis on the miracles. But if we look at the incidents happening in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, we find miracles started from the very beginning. Just see about his own spiritual life. I'm not discussing about the coming from Narendra. Keshav Chandra Sen is there, and Narendra is there. Narendra's age is hardly 19. And Keshav Sen, already he has been well acclaimed, well established, renowned orator, philosopher, and who is an organizer, everything. And Queen Victoria gave him the honor to invite as guest. So, in presence of Keshav Chandra Sen, Ramakrishna is telling Narendra, if I get Naren, then I do not want anyone else. Just see how much love, how much faith, and what sort of, in the gospel we read, that every time he is mouthful about the appreciation of Narendra. And we have accepted it. Because we know that whatever Sri Ramakrishna said, it happened with Sri Ramakrishna being in the platform of the God, he communicated all these things. And we do not find any miracle in it. But let us go back to the page, the date when Sri Ramakrishna passed these comments. What was the reaction of these people who were there at that time? Certainly they thought that he is a good man, but he sometimes talks irrelevant. Certainly that was the reaction. Nobody accepted that his utterances, prophecy, or these all types of appreciations about Narendra could be successful, could be a fruitful one day. It was not possible and not humanly possible, but that happened. Same thing happened. He is talking about Rakhal, he is talking about Bauram, he is talking about Master Moshai, he is talking about Balaram, he is talking about Girish, he is talking about Suresh. For all these persons, whosoever is coming to him, he has as if seen everything, he knows everything, and he simply unearths all these things. But today, in the pages of the Gospel, it's very easy to accept all these things. But that time, what he did, was it not miracle? That certainly it was a miracle. Otherwise, how could he realize this thing? How could have this type of... And it has been infallible. And not a single speck has become a lie. Whatever he said, whatever he uttered, whatever he prophesied, everything is going to be fact. Because his whole life was full of truth and truthfulness and nothing else. Naturally, we must say, that it is a miracle. The same thing, not only that this type of miracle happened in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, everyone's life, they could foresee, Swamiji himself said, it appears that I have visited all these places. Once Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated to him. That means whatever he will have to do, just like fast reeling in that way. And that was the thing. And this thing is not only happening in India, in the Westerners also, the same thing happened. Let us take the case of, say, MacLeod. Let us take the case of Henry Wright, Oliver. These our goodwill, saviors. What were they? Who were they? In India, we may have some sort of Sri Ramakrishna was a religious, already established. Keshav Sen has so much of adoration. The other important persons accepted him. Mothur Babu, Padalochan, all the Shastrakars, they have accepted Sri Ramakrishna as some sort of avatar. So, for Sri Ramakrishna to make this type of utterances is nothing peculiar. But for the white people who have known our Indian background, they also had this type of things. As for example, I am telling you, Sri Ramakrishna was in Kashipur and suffering from cancer. One day he was in a deep trance. After coming out, he narrated where he went. He said, communicated this thing to Holy Mother, that I was transported into some region where there are people who are white complexion, very sincere, and they are taking very much care of me. When Sri Ramakrishna communicated this thing, certainly Holy Mother could not fathom anything. She took it as some passing comments as Sri Ramakrishna is doing. Neither any one of them took it seriously, because it was the nature of Sri Ramakrishna to make this sort of incoherent, so many types of comments, statements, which nobody knew whether they have got any value or they have any relevance or they are any facts. Because all these things afterwards was proved. But this incident, Holy Mother one day was narrating to Nivedita. When Nivedita heard this thing, immediately became startled. Said, Mother, when, on which date this incident happened? On which date Sri Ramakrishna went to that land where the white complexion people are living? Holy Mother could not say, because Holy Mother was not in the habit of this keeping meticulous diary, notes and all the things. She said, I cannot say when. Sri Ramakrishna said, at best, probably after this Rath Yatra. In 86, after the Rath Yatra, this incident happened. Nivedita got some clue. Nivedita went and she started consulting her diaries. While consulting her diaries, she could find that on some particular date she had the vision of some mystic yogi. And it was corroborating with the date. That means Nivedita had the vision of Sri Ramakrishna long before Sri Nivedita came to India. But she had the vision of Sri Ramakrishna. She knew that she had some purpose of her life. Holy Mother's life incident that is more startling, because we all know that when Holy Mother's first picture was taken by the arrangement of Holy Bull, MacLeod and Nivedita, they arranged for the first picture of Holy Mother. It was very difficult because those days, the ladies, widowed ladies especially, they would not come out, make their presence before outsiders, especially male members. And those days, the photographers were male members. And naturally, Holy Mother did not like to give her appearance, especially to make a pose for the photo. But anyhow, the insistence of Holy Bull and others, as well as the insistence from Jogin Golamma, Mother anyhow agreed. But how this photo was taken. Probably we have read about it, that the photo was taken. 2, 3, probably 3 shots were taken. One, the first one, the second one, and the third one with Nivedita. MacLeod, she arranged to have some copies of that photo. And she carried one copy with her for somebody. Now, this photo, we all know that Ellen Waldo, she attended Thousand Island Park, these talks, and the inspired talks which we find, it is the credit goes to her. She noted down all the points. And other than that book has come. Not only that, she was meticulously, she used to take notes of Swamiji's in shorthand, very beautiful, and just almost like original. When she showed to Swamiji, Swamiji said, yes, you are right, you have whatever I want to say. And during my absence, you will run the classes. And I have read some of her notes and was surprised. The language, the expressions, almost like Swamiji. Even while she is giving talks, at that time in Pamto, even that time also, she has become almost the carbon copy of Swamiji. That Ellen, Miss MacLeod, carried a photo of Holy Mother for this Ellen Waldo, Haridasi. When Waldo was presented that picture of Holy Mother, Waldo was surprised. Are what you are giving me, I have seen her before. In my dream, in my vision, I have seen her. Where was at that time, Holy Mother? Where was this snap was taken? So, all these things were happened in the Manusha-jata, Madhvava Manusha-jata. That means everything is arranged. Brahma, as Brahma in mentally he creates, this everything has been the creation in the mental world of Sri Ramakrishna, mental world of Swami Vivekananda, mental world of Holy Mother. This mental world about the Ramchandra, Ramayana, Valmiki composed, Rabindranath has mentioned, Kobi, Tumar Manasya Jato. It is sincerely in the mental world of the Kobi, this Ramayana was composed. Ram probably took birth much later. So all the things is pre-arranged. Everything is pre-arranged. Whatever is there. So afterwards, that these Western devotees, the Eastern devotees, our Calcutta devotees, Madras devotees, all the things, if we give a kaleidoscopic view of all the pictures together, we would have to admit that everything was done, some psychological, some cosmic, superconscious existence. This is the thing. This thing is still continuing. Today's this mission, today's this Delhi mission, or Ramakrishna Mission, Belur Math, Vrindavan, whatever we see, everything has got its cosmic existence. And the devotees who are coming here, we are forced to come here because we have been already destined for this. If we are doing anything, it is no credit to us. It has been destined to do, and we are doing only copying that thing. Recently, a few days ago, I was going through the Statesman Puttika, Statesman, and there I read that some interesting features. That means in England, 49% people believe in Christ, but 51% people believe that God can be realized through any other gods, any other thing. That means in the Christian country, the Christians have become minority. That means this concept of Sri Ramakrishna, this concept, and in USA, 70% people believe that God can be realized through any of the religions. 70%. And nearly 60% people believe in transmigration of soul. Amongst the Christians also, large section of people. So this is the goal, that a new world is coming, a new future is coming. Now, probably I read in Italy, amongst the popes, papacy, the debate is going on about the Bible. What is that? Whether God should be declared father or mother. Because in the Bible, everywhere he has been declared father. Now the question comes, is God sincerely father, or God has got motherhood also? If God has motherhood, then how he can be masculine? He should be feminine. So what it should be? Masculine, God should be masculine, or should be feminine, or it should be neutral gender. Ours, we have Om Tat Sat. We have already made it. God can be father, God can be mother. Then we know the story that Holadhari or somebody asked why you have put the sacred thread on Goddess Kali. Well, you have understood. I do not know whether he is he or she. He can be he can be she, he can be neuter. So now we find this concept of Sri Ramakrishna, these broad universal ideas, these things are percolating in the society. Knowingly, unknowingly, imperceptibly, these things are going. I can share with you one incident. In Argentina, I was some Christian family. They were looking after my diet. You probably know that I have got some special diet, so it was entrusted on them to look after my diet. One Saturday, that lady and the family members, they came and said, Maharaj, tomorrow we are going to the church, so it is not possible for me to make arrangement for your food. I have given living instruction to someone else, they will do. I said, all right. Then I said, are you going to the church? Can I go? Will you go? Yes, if you allow. Do you have any objection? All right, they arranged. I went there in my this dress. On naturally, it drew the attention of all people, and especially the father who was conducting everything. His focus was on me, and sometimes looked at me, came and offered something. In this way, the things were going on. Afterwards, we are going out. While I was going out, I put the question to that devotee. You are the follower of Sri Ramakrishna, and you are attending the church. You follow everything, all the rites, rituals of your Christianity. How are you synchronizing this Sri Ramakrishna with Jesus Christ? That was my question. And he replied, why, Maharaj? It is very simple. In my whole social life, I am a Catholic, but in my spiritual life, I am a follower of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the thing. That means this how Sri Ramakrishna is going into the heart, every vein and nerves of the society. In Sao Paulo, our vice president naturally is a Christian, and he got his initiation from Vijayananda Maharaj. While he was a medical student, at that time he got his initiation. At that time his age was hardly 17 or 18. Maharaj used to inspire him and regulate his life so that he would become successful in his career. Afterwards, sincerely, became a very successful cardiac surgeon and best cardiac surgeon in that Sao Paulo. He was the vice president. one day he came and he communicated with me, and I just, because at that time I was the General Secretary, naturally we had some business talk. Afterwards, we are having some informal talks. I inquired, how many children do you have? He said, Maharaj, I have 3 sons. My eldest son, he has become a doctor. He is well established in Brazil. My second son, he has become chartered accountant. He is also established in America. I need not worry. But I am worried about my third son. Naturally, I became curious. What happened, what malady, what misfortune has happened with the third son. Then he said, with a smile, this ashram is my third son. This ashram is my third son. So, I am not yet satisfied with the growth of this ashram. So they see this how they have getting identified with our movement, with our ashramas, with our everything. Another lady, she took initiation from me. She is from Iraq, teacher. She took initiation from me at Fiji or New Zealand, probably New Zealand. She had, one day she came and told me, Maharaj, I have a problem. Problem means I have one daughter. And that daughter can be as notorious, as mischievous as possible. And I am disgusted with her. And I was thinking, well, how to get rid of her. That was my mental condition. At that juncture, accidentally, I had the good fortune to come across the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and after reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, I visited Dakshineshwar, and there somebody from somewhere I got a book, the Gospel of Holy Mother. After reading Holy Mother's life, the Gospel of Holy Mother, my problem has been solved. I have given her name Radhi. That has solved my problem. If mother can bear so much of misfortunes, then I also should bear it. This is the thing, which this our devotees are doing slowly, slowly, through the life of Sri Ramakrishna, through the life of Holy Mother, through our direct disciples, through the life of Master Mahashaya, through the life of our Suren Balaram. Our Manmohan Mitra, he is saying, when Sri Ramakrishna at Kashipur in an alarming condition, Manmohan Mitra is writing to his wife, from tomorrow, probably I may not be able to go back home. My Guru's health is precarious. Anything, any misfortune may happen to us. You should be very judicious in expenditure. Whatever money we shall be able to save, that money we can spend for the cause of Thakur. So, that is the thing. They were not rich persons, but they had to curtail their menu. They had to curtail their amenities to serve Sri Ramakrishna. So that is a new approach, new attitude we have got. Now this is some moral responsibility for our next generation devotees, next generation our sadhus. Simultaneously, especially for the devotees, those who are householders, I would advise them that you should be more particular about your own life, because you are the devotees, you are the followers of Sri Ramakrishna, followers of Holy Mother. You have the responsibility to do the Vidyar Samsar, and you will have to pass on the baton to your next generation. Your children, they are expected to be the rishis. Swamiji wanted that this until and unless the good grihasthas are there, where from the new rishis will come, the good sadhus will come, good grihasthas will come, where from they will come? They will come from you parents. I would like to finish my talk with one incident. It happened on 26th February was Guru Maharaj's birthday. On 25th February, one lady sought my interview and she came. What was her problem? Say it was some, I shall discuss personally. She came, her husband also came, but the husband remained outside. She came with the baby. The baby's age is 5. She had, both husband and wife, they have taken already initiation in some mantra. But they again want to take initiation in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. That is their problem. So they came and communicated to me everything she told, what are the things. And afterwards I generally insist, when you have got that mantra from a very good source, and why you want to change the mantra? It is not proper for you to change the mantra, and the source also is good. I would suggest you continue that mantra. If you would like to think of Sri Ramakrishna, you think with that mantra Sri Ramakrishna. That I suggested. Afterwards, she said, no Maharaj, I have another problem. What is the problem? This baby. This baby is my problem. This baby only hardly 5 years, 4.5 years old. And she was as usual naughty and touching this crane, this moving. And I want that my baby should be inspired in the spirit of Sri Ramakrishna. For that, I want that she should take initiation in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. I have missed, but my baby should not miss. She should, because as I have read on Sri Ramakrishna, so I have read Sri Ram, yes, I read Krishna. Similarly, I have read Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Swamiji thoroughly, almost all the books, and the books of Chetanananda, Ramakrishna Maharaj, all the books I have read, great master, everything I have read. And Sri Ramakrishna is already ingrained in my nerves, vein and blood. In my, he has already overcome me. He has there. So I want that my baby also should take initiation in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. Now how to give? She is so small. But if the sanskar is to be given, the sanskar, I have read that Swamiji got Mugdhabodh and all the things while in the lap of grandfather. So, if the good sanskar is to be given, that sanskar is to be given at this particular age. So, I want that she should have her initiation at this particular age. But at this particular age, if she takes initiation, it will not be wise on my part, because she alone will be there. What she will do, whether she will follow, whether she will be able to understand everything. So as mother, I have some moral responsibility to see. The father is running a very good business. The mother is some government official, some director of some department. So they know everything. So then she said, both of them, they said that Maharaj, that is the reason we want that we will jointly take again initiation and the name of Ramakrishna. You please grant me, and if you ask me to keep my that mantra, I shall keep it. But allow me to take the mantra with my daughter, so that my daughter grows up in the real spirit of Sri Ramakrishna from the very childhood. So I am now seeking the blessings of Thakur Swamiji for all of you. Thank you.